Welcome to the Dan Stevens Show. It's Casual Thursday. I just was in the mood to just come in like this. Sorry for the listeners. I'm just in a t-shirt, a cap, tracksuit bottoms. Today on the Dan Stevens Show. First of all, please give us a follow and a 5-star rating on Spotify. Like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you've been enjoying the episodes, thank you for listening and watching. But today I'm going to talk about things that in the past 3 years or so of being in the public eye, putting myself in front of the public in general, whether it be standing on a stage doing stand-up or transmitting these episodes out onto social media, and from just being a regular human myself. These are the things that I realised that people that you don't really know or people in the general public don't care about. Also a few things they do care about and they do like. I test the waters a lot with my with my content just to see, are they interested in this, are they interested in that. So one thing I can say fairly certainly is that people in general aren't really interested in someone like me that they don't really know talking at them like this in a clip or a reel or a TikTok, because they don't know me, and why would they value my opinion whatsoever? I'm not well known, I haven't done anything really. I just kind of said I want to do stand-up and podcasts, and now I'm just doing them, and you have to now look at this on your screen. So I'm the same. If I see someone, even that I know or don't know, of little to no importance to me, telling me something that they think is important, I'm gonna just go, no, that's not important, and then not watch it. It's valuable. It's valuable to know your place in society, I think. And this is not just for an Irish audience, this is for everybody. Why would anybody listen to me? You don't know me. You're looking at your phone there. Who's this fella? What's he doing on my phone? Unless he's saying something different or controversial or extremely out there, I'm not interested. And that's fair enough. Even my cat, even my cat and my dog, people don't care. Because loads of people have cats and dogs and they all do quirky shit. So as much as you love your cat and your dog, and you're putting it out there to the world, nobody cares. It's not that they have anything against cats and dogs. It's just that they don't care. If they wanted a cat or a dog, they get one. Also, I'm not even going into the list here. But yeah, I'm going to go down through the list. I've written it down. I better go through it. So, things people that don't know you don't care about. I had originally written things nobody cares about, but just people that don't really know you, and you're trying to become a person has a lot of followers or whatever. I've written, so things that people don't really know you don't care about. I guess it's me or anyone on a public platform. Your opinions. My opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. And to be honest, they'd probably care more for the opinion of a man with no asshole on YouTube. Like if you put a video of me out there and then a video called The Man With No Asshole, you'd pick him every time. I would. And I'm not frustrated. I'm just enjoying the ride. I enjoy the psychology of all this, you know. So yeah, opinions are like assholes. And a man with no asshole even would be more interesting than the general day-to-day struggling for whatever clicks and views on YouTube and Instagram person. That's just the way it is. Maybe I'll get my asshole removed. Would that be better? Takes a lot of time as well, and patience. The next one is your pets. Nobody cares about your pets. Sorry. I know, they're lovely. I know. but nobody cares. I have the cutest dog in my family. Has the cutest dog. I put videos of him up, and people go, I don't fucking care. Oh, it's not the only dog they've ever seen. You go for a walk, you'll see at least 4 or 5 dogs of all different breeds. That's just one walk, a 10 minute gap out of your day. You'll see plenty of dogs. They're not special. They're everywhere. There's loads of them in India even. Everywhere in the world they have dogs and cats, and they're all cute. They're all lovely. They're all furry. Your dog or your cat is not special. Nobody cares. Thank you very much. Your babies. Nobody cares. Sorry, I know. Very, very cruel to say, but nobody cares about your baby. You do, and I do. I mean, I'd save it if your baby was out on a train track or so. I'd save it. Like, I'd save a baby anywhere. I'd save any baby in any position. I wouldn't care who it belonged to. Baby, save it. But I don't want to look at pictures of your baby online. I'm sorry to say that. Oh, the poor baby. I know. I'm just not interested. I was a baby once. It's like looking at a picture of myself when I was a baby. Just bald, small, has a little round head. The faces haven't developed yet. Like, I don't want to see it when it's 10 either. I just don't. I have no interest. Nobody has any interest. I know it's different when you're a mother or a father. It's different. You'll know when, yeah. Oh, you'll know when. Like, that's what my brother would say to me. You'll know yourself, Dan, when you know, if you ever have kids. Now, he doesn't. He's not even online, but you can get chastised then because you don't have a baby. It's like you're just jealous because you can't show off your baby. I'm like, no, I'd never I don't. Just a little bald human. Why would I want to see that? All right, that's another one. When you get married, everybody's at it. Nobody cares. In fact, I'd say more people are resentful. I'd say more people are resentful of your marriage than they're happy for you. That's the reality of it. You will have close friends that are happy for you, but mainly people will be resentful. Even the people that are also married will be like, how much did they spend on their wedding? Where was it on? Was there free drink? They'll compare it to their wedding. And then the people who aren't married will be like, oh, I wish I was. Why are they showing off that they're married? And you see them you see one a week at least, don't you, online? Big weddings, nothing special. I suppose it's about us feeling good. Put it out there because it makes you feel good that you got married and you want everyone to know. That's fair enough. I understand it. But I'm not interested. So I've learned this. These are things that are a mix of stuff I've seen and stuff I've experienced. So it's not personal to anyone. It's just the truth, I'm afraid. And just to say, even my podcast is not very popular. It has its small base of listeners, which I'm delighted with. But any big podcaster that I've heard of or that I know has either tapped into like a market at a really good time. Like Joe Rogan, the biggest one ever. I think he was one of the first ones to do it, like, so it was really novel. I think he copied the idea off Tom Green, as far as I know, but I'm not sure. So he's done thousands and thousands of episodes as well. So it's repetition takes time to get yourself known. You can't be frustrated that you're not known yet and that nothing's working as well as you want it to be. Also, I think a lot of Instagram influencers that are really famous now, Instagram comedians, for example, they tapped into that COVID market when nobody was working, nobody had anything to do, and they struck a chord with people that were at home really bored. Very smart, fully deserved, well done. But I'm just saying, there's always something. Then you have people like Shane Gillis. He is a great podcast, great comedian. He went through a cancellation that made him famous. So basically, it was like, for example, I'll give you an example. I got on RTE the Irish national broadcaster last week, and I was getting messages saying, "Geez, that's great, fair play to you," and hundreds of people liked it, watched the video of me on the Two Johnnies thing. Congratulations, that's great. Then I put a video up of my cat scratching against the door, which means more to me than RTE. It means more to me. I like that more. But people did not give a fuck. And that's just how it goes. We're wired a certain way to see certain things as important and certain things as not. And it's just natural that the everyday things generally are not interesting to people online. They want to see something different. They want to see, like, a man with no arsehole, for example. It's just an example. I'm just saying that because opinions are like assholes. Don't know where that came from. Okay, now let's talk about the things that people do like to see. Failure. It's just something in us as well. They love to see it. They don't love to see it. They're interested in it, I think. It's a more interesting story when someone fails, and it makes you feel better about yourself. People talk about Americans are different to Irish people in that Americans, they will you on to succeed. But I think that's because they have more space to succeed themselves. It's a bigger country. There's more space for failure. Ireland is a smaller place. We're more packed in together. So if someone else fails, then it's kind of like, oh, there's more of a chance for me now. And it's ruthless and it's horrible, but it's true. It's the way we think. I'm not saying it is true, that because everybody's unique. You can do your own thing and succeed with it. There's plenty of space out there on the internet. There's plenty of people watching. I'm more reflecting my own thoughts here on the subject. But there's plenty of space for you to do what you want to do. It's just that the tall poppy syndrome from the years of repression from the UK probably affected us a bit. I don't know if it's that. It's just a small piece of land we live on. And we have a tiny fraction of the percentage of the population as the US. And it's a way bigger country, so you have more chances to succeed. But failure is very interesting. It's way more interesting than success, because success, I think, brings up feelings of insecurity in people, whereas failure brings a feeling of comfort to people. It's more relatable, whereas success is not that relatable, and it's kind of, yeah, like if I was to announce now on Instagram, put a post up and say, look, I'm packing in the comedy. Thanks everyone for coming along on this journey. I'm packing it in. It'd get loads of likes and loads of people would comment. Jeez, if I had a brain tumour or something, people would be like, oh my god, wow. But then I get my own show and fuck all, people like it. No, don't get me wrong. A lot of people, I think I sold 24 tickets to my show, which I think is 0.0006 of my Instagram followers. So that's not bad. It's a start. But if there was something to go wrong with me, or I was to get sick or something, James, you get loads of messages. But there's that thing as well of like, people are like, he's grand, he's doing his thing there, we'll watch from the background. We don't want to get him, we don't want to make him feel, we have our own lives to worry about. You can't be we all have our own journeys, don't we, as well? So you can't expect people to jump on your little bandwagon. I just find the whole thing so interesting. Struggle, that's things that people are interested in. Even in comedy, you see that when you're doing stand-up. If I have a joke about struggling, misfortune, people laugh at that, they really like it. I think it's funny as well. When other people are struggling, especially in front of your eyes, if somebody's having like a anger attack about something fairly minute, it's very funny. So remember, we do like struggle. We like when people have come through a struggle. Particularly in the US, they love that. Somebody's come through a struggle and they're out the other side. In Ireland, we're all probably struggling a bit more, so it's like, oh, I'm struggling as well. So what if you're struggling? Um, Struggle. It's funny. Illness. Oh, Jesus! People really get behind a bit of illness on social media. Like I was saying a minute ago, a good big announcement about. Like I was thinking of doing the. You could do the online version of the DJ. Well, he did. Wait, sorry. No, I wouldn't do that. He pretend like DJ Carey is a former hurling player who pretended he had cancer. He had a picture of an iPhone charger up his nose, and it was a very funny picture. In fairness, but the will of it was to get donations. Uh, it did get a lot of attention because it's unfortunate and it's funny. It has a few of the factors that people like. It's him being a bad person, um, feigning a struggle, which is like so he's both struggle is involved and illness was involved as well there, and then they can judge him then for doing that wrong. He should have he should be more responsible. So there's that. Another thing that strangers, people that don't know you on the internet, that they like is something novel, something new. When things are new, people like that. Like when I started stand up comedy and you put up the first few jokes, that gets a lot of attention. If you have a recording of a joke and you put it up, even if it's shit and it's somewhere in a shit basement on a shit camera, lots of people will like that because you're doing something new. But eventually it's not new anymore. And it's just normal then. And then you risk saturating them. You risk drowning them in your material then as well online. And they're just sick of you. They just get sick of you. Fucking hell, not this fella again. How do I know that? Because I feel that about other people. So, and by the way, everything I'm talking about here, I've observed this myself and I've felt all these feelings myself. Like David Goggins, for example, I was massively interested in his story because he also has a different way of looking at things. David Goggins is like an ultra marathon runner. He's in his 50s. He's older than me as well. I like that. It makes me go, oh, look, I can still do it. It gives me hope that he's like, I don't know, 15 or 20 years older than me and he's doing all these physical things. And I'm like, oh, there's still hope. It gives you hope or something like that. And I read his book and he went through unbelievable struggle, taking racist abuse when he was younger, seeing the death of a kid getting run over by the school bus. He was on the bus. The kid was bringing like cakes onto the bus for the bus driver. Bus driver didn't see him in the mirror, drove off, and ran the kid over. And when you hear of people being through such hardship, then to me anyway, it gives me great respect for him. I think then some people are just placed into your life, kind of like a lot of RTE legends. You didn't have any choice, did you? They're just on your telly every night, and then you're like, oh, there's Marty, or there's Gay Byrne, or there's Pat Kenny. You didn't have the choice. There was no democratic vote to put them on your telly, or like you can't you can't scroll past the Late Late Show. You could change the channel, but they talk about things that we were interested in. They still do, probably. I don't even know, but these were people that became legends because they were put on the airwaves, and then they just became like a national institution. But now we get to pick who our who our heroes are, and we get to skip by the people we don't want. Just scroll past them. And I can only imagine how much I get scrolled past. Well, it's normal. It's part of life. It's part of being online. Just even the thought of me sitting here like this, talking to you, and thinking you should go, yeah, I'll listen to him. Yeah, he's sitting there putting this out here. I should listen to him over other people. Why would you? You don't even know me. You don't know who I am. I'm here talking at you through your phone. So why would you bother? It's actually quite rude what I'm doing. Look at me. Look. I'm saying stuff that I think is true, even though you might not think is true. But look at me, please. You have to do something. You have to make something happen. You have to it's either through, I think, perseverance, hard work. You have to gain respect of people somehow. Tell your story if you've had a hard life, or if you've had something really bad happen to you. People have to know you and respect you to listen to you. They're not just gonna start. People have a lot of stuff to choose from on the internet, so yeah, these are just the things that, from putting a lot of content out on the internet and trying to get followers to ultimately follow my stand-up comedy, these are the trials and tribulations and the stuff that I've observed. Some of it could be poppycock, I don't know. Some of it could be worthwhile. But it definitely takes a lot of resolve to keep going. If you're doing something you believe in, you should just keep going. But yeah, I'm learning a lot about the ruthlessness of human nature in the time of competing online on platforms. It's very interesting. What else did I want to add to that? Yeah, I don't know if I need to change the direction that the podcast is going. I think I do believe that I just need to be more patient. I just need to be patient and keep working at it, because I know that there's people watching this and listening to this regularly that really enjoy it, which gives me great faith that it can become something that people like and respect and listen to. And the effort will be worthwhile, and the time that I've put in, and but see, the thing about it is it benefits me as well to talk like this to you, so it's a two-way thing. But I have invested a lot in it, a lot of time, money, at my own choice, by the way. Nobody else's choice, at my own choice. And I've decided to go down this road. But it's just these little things you learn along the way. And they don't irk me at all, they don't annoy me. It's fascinating. I wouldn't have it any other way. It's a interesting world we live in. But I'm just hoping I can give people something a little bit different. I think it has to be different. It has to be unique. And has to offer something to people. So I hope that I can do that. The way to sum it up, I suppose, is that everybody is doing their own thing. Everybody has their own struggles in life, and they don't always have time. And they don't always have time to listen to the likes of me talking about my struggles, or some other online creator talking about their struggles, or telling them stuff down the camera. So I'm always very aware of that people have their own things going on, which they do. It's a tough world to navigate these days. So I'm very thankful to everybody for listening and watching, as always. Be back again next Tuesday with the next episode. We will have a guest on. I'll leave it as a surprise who it's going to be. It's going to be me, Dylan McDonough, and a guest. So hopefully you check that out. Looking forward to that. And that's it for today. I just wanted to get those things off my chest. It was the subject matter for the day. As someone who's really into psychology and stuff, it was a fun one to do. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you again soon. Goodbye.